Smart contractors, hire specialized team. Rank high on Google, hook better leads. HookAgency.com.
Day one, it was just shockingly different.
They did such a great job.
Extremely happy.
I have a salesperson that works 24/7.
We've worked with a lot of different agencies over the years, and I think we found, just like most people in this room probably, that they're extremely frustrating, really annoying. Tim and his company is just light years apart from anybody we've ever experienced.
Better leads.
Yo, what's up? How you guys doing? We're talking about building backlinks to your website today, and a lot of people don't know why you do it. So you do it to get authority in Google's algorithm. The more links to your website from other people's websites, the higher your website will be likely to rank, or it'll be easier to rank with the content that you're building out. Also, the page on the website that you're linking to. So you want the website to have traffic, but you also want the page ideally to have traffic, which is hard. But I'm going to give you 5 quick ways to get next level links. I'm going to show you a few of them. So the first thing, I'm going to share my screen here and talk about the first one, which is inc.com/verified. This is a pretty easy one. It is money, and it is money per year, but it's fairly low. So this is an example of a link that you can get from inc.com, which has a fairly high, it's $89 a year, fairly high authority. So if I take inc.com/verified and I put it into our handy dandy ahrefs.com checker, we can see that has a pretty high amount of traffic. We're talking 900,000 keywords. And these metrics kind of give you some idea. The domain rating is 92, which is very high. And the URL rating of the homepage is 49. So you can kind of see there's this pretty high authority for inc.com. If you didn't know that that was like a pretty legit website, you can check those types of things. So this is the first one. You could get this for $89 a year. It's a very good link. It's on their directory for businesses. It's also kind of an intake in their Inc. 5000. I think there's something to do with that. But Inc. has like a lot of business content. So I think it's great for any small business to get on there. I'm not going to go through this whole process today because this is, like I've kind of said before, I've spent a few $1,000s kind of just teaching for free with you guys, but I'm not going to do the ones that are like recurring. So this would just continue year after year. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything with our website that we're doing this for, which is JohnnyTreeService.com, Johnny Appleseed. So, but I would recommend this to go through this process. You have to create the thing. You pay the money. It's fairly simple. And then shortly after that, they'll tell you you were approved and your listing is on inc.com/verified. So I'm not going to go through this whole process, but that's my recommendation. Your local chamber of commerce is my next thing. So for instance, I'm in Minneapolis. I could Google Minneapolis Chamber of Commerce. Well, this is next level links. So this stuff is not going to be that cheap, most of it. But you do need to get these links. You're competing with people that are, getting these links. Over time, if you're doing SEO yourself, and actually in general, these things are really, really good. So if I look at this, we've got local chamber of commerce is usually going to be around 300, 400 a year. I'd go to membership. I'd press join now. I'd be part of it. It also might, be useful to go to the networking events and stuff like that, but they have directories a lot of times on their websites, and you can go and get on those directories. So make sure they have a directory for this particular purpose, but then follow through and join the chamber, et cetera, et cetera. Yep. So yep, they have a member directory. So I'm just checking to make sure they have a member directory. And I guess if I really wanted to look closely at this to make sure, they've got the website, I can check if this link is do follow, meaning people are following it, like there's actual power to the link. If it said no follow on that link in the code somewhere, it would have been something I don't want to do. But most of them will have do follow links and they'll have a directory. So make sure they have that. And then join if you see other opportunities there. These things, the next level stuff on SEO starts to blend into the actual business world, right? Like when we're doing SEO, we're starting to get a little bit more of this. It starts to bleed over into the real stuff. Courtney Lynn says, yo, thank you for sharing. Your knowledge is super valuable. Devin Boudreau says, morning, Tim, morning, Hook. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for interacting. Please like this video. Give me some hearts. Did I just do that with my hands? Oh, no, that's super cringe. Please give me some hearts. Please. And comment. It'll get more people in here. I don't mind being cringe. Content creator told me the more cringe you're willing to accept, the more views you'll get. So I've really taken that to heart, obviously. All right. So we talked about this Chamber of Commerce thing. I just wanted to mention the real stuff in business starts to blend with the SEO stuff, like getting on the news. The news will often then link to you, like the news website, your local news channel. So if you ever get on the news, say, hey, could you make sure you guys link to our website as well? So that is part of it. And then when you're supporting charities or local teams, say, hey, could you please make sure you link to us? And in those cases, you might want to say, hey, would you be willing to put our logo on the homepage, which is both branding and it's getting, and if they link to you, it's getting you SEO authority. So kind of being open to these things that with SEO that bleed into the realness of our companies, right? We're not just doing SEO anymore. We're really building a business and it blends together. All right. That's what I wanted to mention. The next thing besides Chamber of Commerce, which is my second one, 300, 400 a year, industry specific directories. So I'm going to give an example here. Chris Tyrell says, how long do you need to stay on a roof to get on the news? 72 hours. It's so funny. So I did 24 hours on a roof, but after I looked it up, didn't look it up before, but once I looked it up, like a lot of people have done 24 hours on a roof. So more than 24, I'll say that. But I did get on the roofing news, which is Roofing Insights news program. So there you go. I guess 24 hours for roofing news. All right. So the next level link is an example of a industry specific directory. You sometimes have more context on this stuff than even an SEO company would. So this is one of those things where you could do some of this yourself. Now for our roofing clients, we actually do get them on this directory, which is the Roofer's Helper, but you can kind of look for niche specific directories and go submit your information. In this case, it only costs $99 a year to be on this directory, and it's very niche specific. And let's look real quick at, if it is a directory, you want to make sure that there is some authority. Okay. So let's just look at this authority real quick. All right. We got 34 domain rating. That would be anything above 30 is pretty good. And if it's a niche specific directory, it's going to help more. So the more niche the website, the better it is. So if I look at, let's say, another one, let's go to like a HVAC one instead. And I take a look at HVAC Informed, since they have a company directory and we can actually submit for free on this website, hvacinformed.com. So I'm going to actually look at the authority on this and boom, it's even higher than our friends over at Roofer's Helper. So submitting your company to this directory is really good. So if you're an HVAC company, do it there. And look for these. The real principle is look for these. Non-specific niche directories, you guys are going to hate this. You are going to hate this. But it's true. Things like Better Business Bureau. We're talking about a $500 to $1,000 a year, and this website does have quite a bit of authority. And people, it also has a trust of homeowners. You may not believe Better Business Bureau because you know it's a racket and it's nonsense and it doesn't matter. But look at all this traffic. They have 20 million in traffic value, which means they would have to pay Google $20 million for all of the traffic that they're getting for free. They're ranking for 5 million keywords. So it doesn't really matter that much if you know that this is not a legit way to judge the value of a company. It's $500 to $1,000 and it does have SEO value. So that is, I would recommend being part of that if you're a local business. I know you hate it. I know people hate it. I certainly am not trying to say that it's like a super reputable thing or anything like that. It's just literally, it's useful for SEO purposes. All right. And the last one, other websites that you own. What if you own a different business? Like I own a marketing agency. And so I'm going to do this now. I'm going to link to my home service business if I had both, right? If you have a friend, you know somebody that owns a small business that they could link to you. You could have a little strategy there. I love my friends over at Abracadabra Pest Control. I'll show you what they do. They do a series on their blog where they're linking off to other people, but they're also creating these conversations. They have a thought leadership series. They've got it's a pest control company, but they've got an interview thing that they do with other home service businesses. So here's the Expert Co., which is a roofing specialist. And if they're not linking to them, they should. Okay, there you go. Boom. So they're linking to this. And you could find other companies like that in your area that are linking off to other home service businesses. How could you be buddy with these types of companies that are linking to these people? So this is a great example of one. And I'm going to do one of these now since I own a marketing company. I'm going to link to my new tree service company. So it's called Johnny Tree Service. And I might have some blogs about tree service. So I'm going to grab that link. I'm gonna find on my own website with this. I gotta share my screen. So I'm grabbing my link real quick. I'm going, what do I have on my site? And you could have them do this on their site if you had a friend that has a website and they have topics like your service. I'm gonna go site : agency.com, tree service. But you get the principle, right? I'm trying to give some, boom. And I'm going to go to edit this post. I'm going to add one here. And I'm just going to be already taken. A good example of a tree service company name. I own is Johnny Appleseed Service. I might put a picture of our logo or something in there to give some more value to this. thing. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm just going to be of service to this website since it's my website, and put tree service company name ideas. I'll put that in there. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to link to the thing. So I'm on my own property. This is next level. I want to show you everything that I did from scratch when this ranks in 6 months or whatever. I want to be able to look back and you can see everything that I did. So this is me showing you what I'm doing. Johnny Appleseed Tree Service. Bing, bang, boom. Update. You can go make sure that looks okay. Link into my own site. And I recommend you do too if you own more than one business. I'm going to go out on a limb too. Like, okay, so charity you donate to, different businesses, teams you're sponsoring. If you get on the news, ask for the link. I'm going to give you a few principles, which are push into pages that are already starting to get traffic. So if I'm getting links, I'd probably want to, if I'm getting links, I probably want to look at what's getting, I'm getting links, I need to look at Ahrefs and see what's getting traffic. So if I go in here, let's share this tab. I'm going to see what we got going. Literally, it's kind of depressing when you look at early SEO. It's just boring and usually slow. But we're going to see if we have anything going. We're going to try to link with that principle. All right, so we're 17th for tree service Eau Claire. Wow, that's not that bad for this quick. Tree service Eau Claire is something we're ranking for. I'm going to talk through, there's 19 people on here. I'm going to share with you a out there strategy that I don't necessarily always use for clients. I think that it's just an old strategy that I have and I'm going to do it. So I have purchased a ton of old domains and I have them on a private blog network. Like I said, we're not using this as part of our strategy now a ton because, our main thing is that if you leave an SEO company, you should be able to take, like, all the links should come with you. Since we own these websites, we aren't using it necessarily for all of our clients, but I want to talk through the principles. So we have all of these websites and they're on a private blog network called Easy Blog Networks. And we've built them out here and we're able to kind of sort them by trust flow and add links there to some of them. So let's say I wanted to see how this goes. Add a link to this website, which is right here. We can add links to the sidebar and stuff like that. Let's see what we got here. This one looks a little old. I think part of the reason we're not using this a ton right now too is that it is a little bit rotted. We're not doing it for a ton of people because it's also it needs maintenance. These types of things, if you ever do something like this, it needs maintenance. So just to give you a sense of why we're not doing a ton of that. but we're going to add a link to this. We're going to do this on a few different places. I feel like people are going to have a lot of questions on this one because this is kind of an older tactic and it's a little, I don't know, industry specific, I'll say. I'm going to stop sharing this for a second and see if anyone has any questions. Feel free to ask questions on here. I'm teaching you the secrets. So I will say from scratch, G and Bros Roofing, how many backlinks per blogs do you recommend? So if you're saying how many links from your blog, I would recommend a couple. Do a couple to a high authority website. Now, what we're focused on right now is trying to get links from other websites back to our website. But if you're talking about adding links to your blogs for the purposes of they call that on-page SEO, I'd say linking out to a couple things, but only linking out to respected websites, like generally high authority websites. When you're linking off to stuff is generally what you want to do. So I'm going to do a couple more of these links here. Present. Just getting on a few sites that I own and adding these links. And like I said, I'm trying to show you everything that I do because in this case, this is what I have opportunity for. So I'm going to do it. Let's look at one more, something we're ranking for. Appleseed tree service, tree removal, Eau Claire. You only want to do the exact match keyword that you're trying to rank for a couple times. So I think on this one, I'm going to showcase that we are doing, we're going to go Johnny Appleseed tree service. We want to do that. And I'm going to do one more here on a site that I own. And building this whole thing took a lot of time, but Easy Blog Networks makes it easy. If you ever did this, you do want to get sites that have actual traffic. You want to buy like these, some of these domains were like $300 to $500. So it's not like I'm talking about 100 of these or 80 of these or something like that. And I'm going to do one last, I'm going to do like a brand plus. So Johnny Appleseed tree service. And then I'm going to do plus the keyword. Tree removal, Eau Claire. I'm updating it. So creating this private blog network, GM Bros says, I got here so late. I didn't know if you already said this. How do you get other sites to link to your website? So that is what I'm showing here. this last one's kind of weird, but I'm getting to the end of this initial stuff that I do on these sites. So I gave you at the beginning, go back and watch the beginning of this video. I gave inc.com/verified. I gave your local chamber of commerce, industry specific directories. So in your case, GN Bros, you should go to the roofershelper.com and pay $99 for the link there on their listing. And then there's other niche directories like HVACinformed.com where HVAC companies could do that. And just look around, look for more niche specific directories. And then lastly, you could do BBB. And then if you ever have a friend, like I kind of gave an example here of Abracadabra Pest Control, where they're having people, they're doing interviews with other home service businesses. So find home service businesses in your area that are willing to collaborate. So my last thing here. So this is getting to the end of this initial stuff. We've done a lot of things. If you did all the things here, you may have created like 5, 6 more backlinks that are next level. If you get on the news, ask for the link. If you support a charity, ask for the link. Ask them to put your logo on the homepage. If you support a team of a local little league team or something like that, if they have a website, ask for the link. Ask for the link from your friend's business. So those are just a few ways that you can get next level links. And ultimately what we need to be doing is being creative about it. So I'll give you one last one I got from Tommy Mello. He says, go in your QuickBooks and look through everybody you've given money to in the last 2 or 3 months and reach out to them. And you could send them a little text with a video or whatever and say, hey, would you be open to me doing a little testimonial for you? And you could put it on your homepage and link back to us. And 1 out of 2 might say yes. And what we're trying to do, or 1 out of 5, it doesn't matter. If you are spending a good chunk of money, if you're a small business, reach out to people, ask them if they're willing to let you do a testimonial for them. And then you're getting links from those testimonials. So do testimonials for your vendors and the people you're doing service for, and ask them to link back to your website. That'll be my last one. There's tons of great ones in here though. I hope this one has been useful to you guys. There's only going to be a couple more of these before so if you didn't see all of these, they're on YouTube, on our YouTube and on all of our social channels, but they're in a playlist on YouTube, DIY Home Services SEO. Now this isn't the end. This isn't the end of the series. It's just going to be it might be a little while in between episodes now, because we've done our big initial pushes and we do need time to pass. You're planting seeds that need time, and we're talking about 6 to 9 months, but 80% of the clicks are worth going after, even if it takes time. And organic traffic still gets the bulk of clicks from search engines. So it's worth it to spend this time to do these things. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Tim, you spent $2,000 on SEO on this fake website. Yeah, I did, but I'm dedicated to you guys and to learning about this stuff. And that's why I want to show as much as I possibly can what you can do for your own SEO. So maybe, just maybe, one, that you will take some action so that you could be a Hook Agency customer one day. And 2, that our customers will understand what we do better and understand the effort that we're applying. It's not working with their hands. And I've got soft computer hands. I'm not a contractor, but that there is effort involved, that it takes work and it takes dedication and it takes time. And that's what I'm trying to show. I try to be as super transparent as a marketing provider, that there should be significant work going into your account every single month. And that's what I try to show. And that's why Hook Agency is different than a lot of agencies, where we show everything that we did every single month. And I like being that kind of company. It makes me feel like I can sleep easy at night, and it feels like I am doing something significant and positive and worthwhile for the world. But I think you guys are doing the real shit. I think contractors are awesome. I think plumbers are awesome. I think roofers are awesome. I think HVAC people are awesome. And all home service businesses are incredibly necessary. And I'm grateful to serve you guys as you do your work, as you manage people, as you sell more, and take things off your plate that you don't necessarily care about or that you're not particularly good at. So thank you for letting us serve. And thank you for watching this video. Right now on all platforms, 20 people are watching. So there will be a little bit of, it will be, Hunter says hooking leads as we speak. Thank you, brother. Thank you for chiming in. Before we go, could you guys give this video a thumbs up? Could you subscribe on whatever platform you're on? Could you comment? Just comment, where are you at in the world? Comment where you're at. Like, what city are you from? Post that in the comments. I would love it if everyone chimes in. Appreciate everyone. Different channels, obviously, that people are watching on. But I really appreciate your time, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Hey, use that testimonial strategy from Tommy Mello. Use it on Hook Agency if you're our client. All right, peace. Athens, GA. I'm going to play these over our testimonial. I'm going to put these up there.
Day one, it was just shockingly different.
They did such a great job.
Extremely happy.
I have a salesperson that works 24/7.
We've worked with a lot of different agencies over the years, and I think we found, just like most people in this room probably, that they're extremely frustrating, really annoying. Tim and his company is just light years apart from anybody we've ever experienced.
Better leave.
From day one, it was just
One
shockingly
more
different.
time.
They did such a great job.
Comment with what city you're
I
watching.
have a salesperson that works 24/7.
We've worked with a lot of different agencies over the years, and I think we found, just like most people in this room probably, that they're extremely frustrating, really annoying. Tim and his company is just light years apart from anybody we've ever experienced.
Better leave.